A and Killer B. A, the Fourth Raikage, and Killer B, the jinchuriki of the Eight Tails, were born into a legacy of duty and strength. And strength. As brothers and shinobi of the Cloud Village, their reputation was built on a foundation of raw power and unmatched coordination. Together, they stood as a symbol of unbreakable loyalty and relentless force, a duo capable of shaking the battlefield with synchronized destruction. Their relationship began with hierarchy and discipline. A was the stern older brother, raised to lead and protect. B, on the other hand, was chosen as the jinchuriki at a young age, burdened with the power of the Eight Tails. Conflict between them was inevitable. B sought freedom, creativity, and individuality, while A emphasized control and structure. Despite this tension, their bond evolved. Over time, their missions, their survival, and their shared vision for Kumogakure drew them closer. The turning point came when B was targeted by the Akatsuki. A's unwavering commitment to retrieve his brother showed a shift from control to understanding. Their connection was no longer just duty, it became trust. On the battlefield, their synergy became legendary. A's taijutsu and lightning armor made him one of the fastest shinobi in history. His speed rivaled that of the Yellow Flash, and his physical strength could destroy reinforced defenses. Killer B, with mastery over the Eight Tails chakra, wielded multiple swords, using unorthodox stances while infusing rhythm and rhyme into combat. His style, a blend of brute force and unpredictability, confused and overwhelmed enemies. During the Fourth Great Ninja War, they played a frontline role against the Akatsuki and the White Zetsu army. Their most defining moment came when A tried to stop Sasuke and B stood beside him. It was more than a clash. It was a moment of coordinated dominance and strategic precision. The duo represents more than raw power. They reflect a deeper theme, the harmony between responsibility and freedom. A carried the expectations of leadership. B carried the weight of isolation and creativity. When combined, they became a perfect balance, pushing each other to grow and adapt. Their unity demonstrated that strength isn't just about individual might, but about understanding, trust, and shared goals. Their contrast in personality adds to their dynamic. A is rigid and direct, often acting first and thinking later. B is expressive, eccentric, and unfiltered. Yet, this difference never created weakness. It created completeness. B's flamboyant fighting style and rap persona made him a fan favorite, but his discipline in controlling the Eight Tails showed technical skill. A's willingness to sacrifice his arm to protect B during the Sasuke encounter was more than instinct. It was confirmation of how far their relationship had developed. Their brotherhood exemplifies the core values of the Cloud: strength through unity and loyalty through action. Before we jump to the next part, we want to take a moment to thank you all for your incredible support. We're on our way to 10,000 subscribers, and every single one of you makes this journey even more exciting. If you love Naruto as much as we do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and share this video to help us reach even more fans. Your support keeps us going. Now, Hagoromo and Hamura. Hagoromo and Hamura Otsutsuki are regarded as the founding pillars of the shinobi world. As twin sons of Kaguya Otsutsuki, they inherited chakra from the very origin of its existence. Their power was unmatched, but more importantly, they chose to use it to guide, protect, and reshape humanity. Their combined efforts gave rise to the systems and beliefs that shaped generations of shinobi. Their relationship was built on shared purpose, but it was tested early. Both brothers revered their mother, Kaguya, until they discovered her truth. She had been sacrificing human lives to feed the god tree. This revelation fractured their devotion and led to their rebellion. Together, they confronted and sealed her on the moon. That moment was not only a turning point in history, but also the clearest demonstration of their synchronized will. After the battle, they chose different paths. Hagoromo remained on Earth to guide people through the teachings of Ninshu. Hamura took the role of sentinel, watching over their sealed mother from the moon. Though physically separated, their bond remained unbroken. In terms of abilities, they existed far beyond ordinary shinobi. Hagoromo awakened the Rinnegan and became the first jinchuriki of the 10 tails. He used its power to separate chakra into the 9-tailed beasts and spread balance across the world. His teachings became the foundation for Ninshu, which later evolved into modern ninjutsu. Hamura, possessing the Byakugan and the Tenseigan, became the leader of the Otsutsuki clan on the moon. His strength equaled that of Hagoromo, but his path leaned toward preservation and long-term protection. Both shaped the world in different but equally impactful ways. Their story represents core values that Naruto continues to explore: sacrifice, responsibility, and legacy. Hagoromo taught peace through understanding. Hamura embodied silent duty. Together, they form the roots of shinobi ideals, creating a balance between knowledge and vigilance. Their actions influenced every major conflict and solution, from the creation of the tailed beasts to the chakra systems that governed ninja society. Their battle with Kaguya remains one of the most powerful and decisive moments in Naruto lore. Hagoromo's command over creation techniques and chakra manipulation, and Hamura's combat clarity and discipline worked as a unit. Their teamwork wasn't driven by emotion, but by calculated understanding. Hagoromo's strategic genius matched Hamura's loyalty, making their pairing not only unstoppable in combat, but foundational in philosophy. The echoes of their influence reach into Boruto, especially through the Tenseigan and the Moon Utsutsuki lineage introduced in the last. This shows how far their legacy spreads. Their powers set the scale, but their ideals set the standard. Hashirama and Tobirama. Hashirama Senju and Tobirama Senju were the two brothers responsible for founding the Hidden Leaf Village. As the first and second Hokage, they formed one of the most influential duos in shinobi history. Their roles blended power and strategy into a single vision, lasting peace for future generations. Their personalities reflected a constant contrast. Hashirama was lighthearted, optimistic, and driven by ideals. Tobirama was practical, focused, and often skeptical. This difference led to frequent arguments, yet they always placed the village above themselves. Hashirama dreamed of peace through cooperation. Tobirama ensured its survival through structure and order. Hashirama created the foundations. Tobirama solidified them. Together, they shaped a system that would define the ninja world for decades. Hashirama's wood release allowed him to control tailed beasts and suppress chakra. His strength surpassed almost every shinobi of his time, including Madara Uchiha. He defeated Madara at the Valley of the End, establishing himself as the strongest Hokage. Tobirama contributed differently. He invented techniques like the Flying Thunder God and created the Edo Tensei. His mind worked through strategy and innovation. He designed the modern shinobi infrastructure, from the Chunin exams to the role of the ANBU. Both led Konoha through its early years, steering it through uncertain times. Their dynamic reflected a working balance between emotion and logic. Hashirama represented compassion. Tobirama delivered structure. Neither one alone could have succeeded. Hashirama's kindness needed Tobirama's discipline to last. Tobirama's vision needed Hashirama's charisma to take root. This cooperation helped them manage internal conflict and external threats. Hashirama's wood release remains one of the most unique and powerful abilities in the series. Tobirama's teleportation and forbidden jutsu transformed how shinobi approached battle. The debates between them, especially over the treatment of the Uchiha, reveal the tension between ideals and reality. Even when Tobirama rejected some of his brother's beliefs, his loyalty was constant. Their reappearance during the Fourth Great Ninja War gave fans a rare look at them fighting side by side once more. In that moment, their differences faded, and their unity resurfaced. Madara and Izuna. Madara Uchiha and Izuna Uchiha were the strongest siblings of the Uchiha clan during the Warring States period. Their strength and coordination made them feared across the battlefield, but their legacy became tied to tragedy as their bond led to one of the darkest turns in shinobi history. Madara grew up surrounded by war. His brothers died one after another until only Izuna remained. This loss deepened Madara's resolve to protect his last remaining family. Izuna, equally loyal, fought beside Madara in countless battles. Their connection was defined by mutual respect and shared ambition. That bond was broken when Izuna was mortally wounded by Tobirama Senju. Izuna's death marked the beginning of Madara's descent. Trust and peace crumbled. Hatred took its place. Both brothers possessed the Mangekyou Sharingan. Izuna was considered equal to Tobirama in skill, while Madara constantly pushed the boundaries of Uchiha power. After Izuna's death, Madara transplanted his brother's eyes, awakening the eternal Mangekyou Sharingan. This act made him one of the most dangerous shinobi in existence. His later awakening of the Rinnegan and his control over the Ten Tails positioned him as a central figure in the Fourth Great Ninja War. The power they shared and the choices they made helped shape the course of the entire Uchiha narrative. The meaning behind their story reflects the darker side of loyalty. Their love for each other did not lead to harmony. It led to obsession. Izuna's death did not end with mourning. It created a new purpose for Madara, to reshape the world into something where loss would no longer exist. That vision, rooted in pain, caused a chain reaction of events that defined generations. The Mangekyou Sharingan is a key element in the evolution of Uchiha power. Their battles against the Senju displayed high-level tactics and raw destructive potential. Madara's clash with Hashirama is often viewed as the pinnacle of shinobi combat, but beneath the spectacle lies the emotion. Every jutsu, every decision stemmed from one defining loss. Fans resonate with Madara not because of his strength alone, but because his path was born from the death of his brother. That depth adds weight to his actions and makes their story one of the most complex in the entire series. Sasuke and Itachi. Sasuke and Itachi Uchiha remain the most iconic sibling pair in the Naruto series. Their story is central to the overarching narrative, filled with tragedy, deception, and eventual redemption. Itachi, known as a prodigy of the Uchiha clan, shaped his brother's destiny through actions that were both calculated and heartbreaking. Their bond began with genuine affection. Itachi admired Sasuke and showed him unwavering love. But when ordered to annihilate the Uchiha clan, Itachi took full responsibility to protect the village and, more importantly, to protect Sasuke from internal conflict. He carried the burden of betrayal alone, choosing to become the villain in his brother's eyes. Sasuke, driven by revenge, made it his goal to kill Itachi. The truth came to light only after their final battle. Itachi's motives were revealed through a reanimation encounter, and Sasuke's hatred shifted into respect and sorrow. Their relationship transformed from blind resentment into understanding and acceptance. In terms of ability, both brothers ranked among the most powerful Uchiha in history. Itachi wielded techniques like Tsukuyomi for high-level genjutsu, Amaterasu for inextinguishable flames, and Susanoo, armed with the Totsuka blade and Yata mirror. Sasuke inherited these powers and advanced beyond them. After receiving chakra from the Sage of Six Paths, Sasuke awakened the Rinnegan, gaining space-time manipulation and enhanced perception. They influenced major turning points, especially during the Fourth Great Ninja War. Itachi played a critical role in ending Edo Tensei. Sasuke clashed with Naruto to redefine the shinobi world. Both operated from different beliefs, but their roles were tightly connected. This duo explores the deeper meaning of brotherhood in a war-driven world. Sacrifice and forgiveness define their journey. Itachi gave up everything for peace. Sasuke had to face painful truths to move forward. Together, they represent the complexity of loyalty, morality, and the weight of legacy. Their arc is not simply a tale of power, but of transformation under pressure. Itachi's calm demeanor, tactical awareness, and use of abstract genjutsu contrast Sasuke's raw emotion, aggression, and evolving skill set. The development from Sharingan to Mangekyo and finally to Rinnegan created a visual roadmap of Sasuke's inner conflict. The final confrontation, where Itachi reaches out and touches Sasuke's forehead before dying, remains one of the most symbolic scenes in Naruto. It condenses years of secrecy, pain, and brotherhood into a single act. This complexity is what draws fans to them. The layered structure of a bond shaped by duty, love, and revelation. Kinkaku and Ginkaku. Kinkaku and Ginkaku were twin brothers from the Hidden Cloud Village, notorious for their overwhelming power and brutality. Their legacy is cemented in history, not just for their strength, but for the destruction they brought during the era of conflict. Their story deviates from the heroic path and reflects how blood ties can fuel chaos. Their loyalty to each other formed the core of their strength. After being swallowed by the Nine Tails, they survived by consuming its flesh. This granted them access to its chakra, which amplified their physical and spiritual capabilities. They operated in perfect unison, rarely seen apart in battle. During the First Great Ninja War, they led a surprise attack that forced the death of Tobirama Senju. This single act elevated their status as key figures in the historical conflict between major villages. Their combat ability went beyond raw chakra. The brothers wielded sacred tools once belonging to the Sage of Six Paths, such as the Bashosen, Benihisago, and Kohaku no Johei. These weapons allowed them to manipulate words and seal opponents instantly. Combined with their Nine Tails enhanced durability and chakra reserves, they were difficult to contain. In the Fourth Great Ninja War, they were reanimated and used against the allied shinobi forces. Despite being dead, their presence still posed a serious threat, showing how dangerous their power remained even in death. Unlike other brother duos, Kinkaku and Ginkaku reflect the destructive side of kinship. Their unity did not create stability, but amplified violence. Their pursuit of dominance overshadowed diplomacy or peace. This contrast with heroic pairs like Hashirama and Tobirama highlights how similar bonds can lead to opposite outcomes based on values and intent. Their use of the sage's tools adds depth to their identity. These artifacts are rare and complex, requiring chakra control and coordination. Their visual design, inspired by traditional Japanese folklore, reinforces their myth-like presence in the Naruto universe. Though their emotional arc lacks the subtlety of characters like Itachi or Sasuke, their narrative value lies in their function as historical disruptors. They helped set the tone for the unpredictability of war and the high stakes involved in defending leadership and village survival. Their legacy stands as a warning of what happens when power and unity are driven by conquest. Hiyashi and Hizashi. Hiyashi and Hizashi Hyuga were twin brothers born into the prestigious Hyuga clan. Despite sharing the same bloodline and abilities, they were separated at birth by the rigid system of the clan, which placed Hiyashi in the main branch and Hizashi in the branch family. Their story is rooted in structural injustice, revealing how tradition can fracture even the closest bonds. Their relationship was shaped by the curse of hierarchy. Heihachi was the head of the clan, destined to lead and be protected. Hizashi, though identical in strength and talent, was marked with the caged bird seal, a symbol of subjugation. Despite this, they shared mutual respect. The turning point came during a political crisis when the Hidden Cloud demanded Hiyashi's body in response to an incident involving Hinata. Hizashi volunteered to die in his brother's place. His sacrifice was a conscious act, not of obedience to the system, but of love and defiance. He chose to protect his brother and the village, not the clan's rules. Both brothers were elite Byakugan users. Hiashi the Hyuga clan with authority and was respected as one of Konoha's strongest defenders. Hisashi was just as skilled, able to hold his own against powerful opponents. His decision to offer his life preserved the clan's secrets and maintain the fragile peace between villages. This moment carried consequences that extended into the next generation, especially for Neji and Hinata. Hisashi's death became a key event in shaping their worldviews and destinies. The message behind their story is clear. Tradition can bind, but brotherhood can transcend. The clan's rules created imbalance, but the brothers' choices brought dignity back into that equation. Hiashi carried the weight of his brother's sacrifice and eventually began to reform the clan's values. Their bond influenced the future direction of the Hyuga, shifting it from control to mutual respect. The Hyuga fighting style emphasizes precision, internal chakra control, and close-range dominance. The gentle fist style and Byakugan form a unique combat identity, and both Hiashi and Hisashi embodied these techniques at the highest level. However, it's Hisashi's choice, not his jutsu, that remains central. The scene where Hisashi is forced to attack Hiashi, only to do so in order to fake rebellion and preserve peace, reflects the struggle between duty and personal will. This complexity resonated strongly with fans, especially when viewed alongside Neji's narrative in Boruto. Their arc became a symbol of evolution within a rigid system. Shin and Sai. Shin and Sai were not related by blood, but their bond was forged through shared suffering inside Root, Danzo's secret division. In a world where emotion was forbidden, their connection became a rare light in a place ruled by control and manipulation. Their story reveals how suppressed humanity can still rise through memory and choice. As children trained to become emotionless tools, Shin and Sai were paired together. Shin became the only person Sai truly connected with. Through a simple picture book they shared, they built a silent relationship built on art and meaning. However, their loyalty to Root was tested when Danzo forced them into a deathmatch. Sai survived, and Shin died without understanding the reason. This created a void in Sai's life, one that slowly began to be filled through Team 7 and his rediscovery of emotion. In terms of combat, Sai possessed the unique Ink Beast technique, which allowed him to create animated creatures from his drawings. His versatility made him an asset during major operations. Shin, although less explored, was trained under the same conditions and carried equal potential. During the Fourth Great Ninja War, Shin was reanimated, and the two faced each other once more. This time, Sai confronted his past, giving Shin peace through emotional closure, not combat. Their meaning lies in transformation. Sai went from being a tool to a person. Shin's memory, preserved in a sketchbook, became the trigger for Sai's growth. In contrast to other brothers whose relationships were torn by power or politics, Shin and Sai's story is more internal. It centers on identity, memory, and personal healing in a system designed to erase all three. The artistic element of Sai's abilities adds a distinctive layer to their narrative. His drawings symbolize freedom and imagination, in contrast to the emotional suppression of Root. The moment when Sai confronts Shin in war is not about power levels, but reconciliation. It proves that bonds can survive even the harshest conditioning. Fans appreciated this shift from traditional combat-focused arcs to psychological and emotional themes. Though not the most powerful duo in terms of raw strength, Shin and Sai represent a different kind of strength, the strength to reclaim one's humanity. Thanks for watching till the end. See ya.